Hi Libra, how are you? My name is Marlissa. This is At Word from Mars Tarot, and this is going to be a love reading. And I'm not going to hold you. Your reading is a bit confusing to me. Um, I feel like you have dual messages, which is just very Libra, like Libra and Gemini coded for sure. Um, the signs that I see here are Pisces and Capricorn. Pisces and Capricorn. Um, Listen, I want you to be mindful of being connected to someone who they want to be with you because of what you have and what it looks like. Or I want you to be mindful of potentially allowing somebody to come in and fuck up your stability. And I'm saying it in that way because there are a lot of red cards here, which is physical, which is, physical. And then you have the base chakra here. All right. And I also want you to be very mindful of entertaining relationships that are beneath you. And I'm going to just say it like that. I want you to be very mindful of entertaining relationships that are beneath you, because I feel like if this is connected to self-esteem, Libra, I feel like some of us in the Libra collective, all right, are not recognizing that you have a right to have and to be blessed with loving and supportive relationships, all right? It's almost like you're not knowing like what you potentially deserve. And I'm worried about a manipulative person being in your energy. So it's a couple different messages here. So some of you could be connected to someone who has like the devil-like energy, sign of Capricorn, where you all are codependent. They could have their issues, with attachment. They could have their issues with substances. Okay, if you're a Libra placement who has a Capricorn, who also has a Capricorn placement, you may struggle with this. All right. Um, or if you're a Libra connected to a Capricorn, your Capricorn may struggle with addictions. All right, a lot of Capricorns do. So, another thing though that could be here, like let's take it to a different storyline, all right? Your fear and your doubts and your like worries about like your stability, whatever your fears are, those things are restricting you. They're restricting you and confining you when it comes to matters of the heart, all right? You see this, this is the master card in traditional tarot known as the devil, and the heart is in a jail. The heart is either black or like red and black, or a dark, dark, dark red. And if you look at him, he has bags and everything. My boy is tired. So, maybe some of you, were tired and settled when it came to love, or, some of you are tired from ways that you've been hurt. So you kind of have your heart, locked up, and you're choosing to focus on, your finances and your stability. But it really is like your fears and love are rooted in negativity and doubt. Okay. So, um, for some of you, you may have somebody who is going to, um, I don't even think so though. Libra, if there's somebody that you're wanting to talk to and this is a healthy relationship, or even if it's unhealthy and that you need to like um sever the tie like gently, it may be time for you to reach out. All right? We have the reach out card here. Maybe time for you to reach out and build on a previous conversation you had or something. Okay? So I feel like there's two different energies here. Like if you're dealing with someone who's more so on the unhealthy end of things, you probably should just, leave that there, have one last conversation if you feel like that's needed and required. Now, if some of y'all just kind of had that energy in the past and now you're fearful and you're allowing your fears, to get in the way of, your connections, you're being encouraged to open up. All right. Go ahead and open up. You also don't have to cling to someone so tightly either. Okay. There's a decision here. There's a decision here. So some of you all have multiple people in your energy for sure. And it's like, all right, am I going to stick with what I have, or am I going to, go ahead and move forward? You could even be in something that's like a little bit new. Something that's just developed within like the past, 3-6 months or so. But then there still could be a better opportunity that comes along for you. I feel like there have been missteps because I have the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 here, but they're not in order. It's going 1, 4, 3, 2. So I feel like somewhere in relationships, Libra, you took a misstep and it's time to get shit back in order. Okay. Or you experienced something and it set you back. But now again, it's time to get this back in order. All right. Keep in mind that in your relationships, you want it to be an equal amount of giving and receiving. All right. This Master card is a very manipulative energy, Libra. So you're going to want to be mindful of being manipulated by a master. And you could think that you're getting all your needs met, but that's because you're just being in Delulu world. All right. Ground yourself. You worried about all this stability. Ground yourself. Touch grass. Not even being funny. Touch leaves. I know it's getting a little cooler now, but on a hot day or something, baby, go outside with some fuzzy socks on or something. You need to ground yourself. There's something that I feel like you're missing. All right. We have this observe card. And this is going to impact your heart chakra. All right. Because underneath this card is the heart chakra, which is I love. This card says observe. So before you take action, before you reach out, before you open up any of those things or make some decisions, it's time to observe, to sit back and look at something, to have some patience, to look at things from all different angles. Because right now you're not doing that, Libra. At least that's not what I feel. Okay. So the affirmation with this card is I now take a step back and observe any situation in a new light. So there could also be something that you're seeing that you're not really seeing it as it is. All right. It's time to surrender. And if you're observing and you're learning something new and you're applying that, the goal here is to change a cycle or pattern, not to stay in the ones that you've, previously been in, Libra. Okay. Now, like I said, this energy, this spread is really confusing. Maybe I have a large Libra collective here. Maybe Libra, y'all are dealing with multiple people. Or have. So it's like I'm picking up on all their energy or something, okay? So we have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So after you observe, all right, it may be time for some visualization. So that way you can call in your soulmate. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So your parents are key here. Even if you feel like you have a good or okay relationship, with your parents, there may be a little bit something more deeply rooted there that you're still needing to heal from. All right. So then you can attract better partners. We have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So Libra, you could be connected to a Taurus. I think this came out in their reading. Was it Taurus or Scorpio? No, excuse me. I lied. It was Scorpio. Libra, you could be connected to a Scorpio, or you could have a Scorpio placement. At the bottom of the deck, we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So you and your person that you're connected to could have like different religions or be, vary when it comes to the spiritual like spectrum. All right. Now, for these cards that came out, we have they miss you. So somebody does miss you. They miss you. But then we have they won't reach out. They won't reach out. So even though there's somebody that misses you, Libra, they won't reach out. And I mean, for y'all, if this is the case, I'm so sorry to hear this, but they may not reach out because they have somebody pregnant. They have a pregnancy, whether this person is married and they just got their wives, pregnant again, or, whatever. They might not reach out because, of a pregnancy. Or, hey, maybe you're going to have moved on, Libra, and maybe they were thinking about reaching out, but they're going to see that you're pregnant. All right. So, and at the bottom of the deck, we have this is the one. This is the one. But I don't feel that necessarily with the past person. But again, it did say that you're supposed to be looking at things differently. So I don't know, Libra. You take that how it resonates. You received a love affirmation card from this new deck that I have. It says, I am ready for love. I feel like this goes hand in hand with your fear. So a lot of you all for this reading, your fears are getting in the way, all right, of this new love. Take a deep breath, exhale and inhale. Repeat this phrase 3 times. I am ready for love. I am ready for love. I am ready for love. Write the following on a piece of paper to set your intentions and then place it beneath your pillow before you go to sleep. I will no longer bring people into my life who don't accept me for who I am. I will love a partner for who they are without trying to change them. I will respect boundaries. I won't stir the pot to create unnecessary drama. I am ready to invite an equal into my life. I am ready for love. So with that affirmation being there, Libra, I feel like that was confirmation that for some of you all, it's really fear that is, getting in the way, and you're being encouraged to, open up, um, maybe make a decision to spread your wings, um, be mindful of being in relationships that are reciprocal, um, and to slow down, sit back and observe some things so that way you can protect your heart chakra a little bit more, keep that balance, okay? So Libras, that is what I have for you. Remember, you're ready for love. Please like the video, share it, subscribe, the whole nine. All right. Love y'all. See you next time.